I forgot to add myself to the stream. Hello and welcome to Hendrickson Family Farm. Today's video is just a live stream to. I'm just trying to get some watch hours. Even there's nobody in here yet, so hopefully some people come in here and we will set and chat. And hopefully we can come up with some good topics to talk about. Um, I will actually. Uh, I did send Dale over at 9 Acre Family Farms an invite because there was a couple things I wanted to talk to him about. So maybe he will hop up on here. We'll see if Dale comes in if he has time. Um, we can actually text him real quick if I can figure out how to get to my phone from my computer. So I downloaded uh, the app to my computer for to link my phone to it, and it's really handy. So whenever I'm using my computer, I plug my phone in or something, and then I get the all the notifications and all my phone calls, text messages, and everything instantly come to my computer, and then I can respond back. I actually do have it up right now, so we'll text him. Spell on here. So this says there's 3 people in here. I don't see any chatting going on. So 4 people in here now. So we hit our 1,000 subscriber mark, which I thought was pretty awesome. But one of not one of our videos, but like 4 of our videos, we lost a lot of our watch hours on because they fell off, and they were some of my bigger videos that I had. So now I'm just trying to get watch hours. So we will. Tony's in here. Um, See America Projects. First chatter. Yep. Butler Family Farms. I'm gonna put the link up um in here. If anyone wants to come up, they can come up. Like I said, it's gonna be a kind of a longer live than normal. To try to, like I said, I'm just trying to get watch hours, so I I'm just gonna go live and see who all wants to come up and kind of go from there. Let me pull up the deal so I can pin the comment. It's nice having my new computer so I can have 2 monitors going because it is not always fun doing it all on one monitor. So it's pinned to the top now. So if anyone does want to come up, you're more than welcome to. So one of the interesting things that I have seen, if anyone watches the markets, wasn't my phone. I don't know who it was. It's my wife's phone. So the money markets are going kind of crazy right now. David and Tamara, they Tony, I seen quite a few people come in. Devin from Our New Land, thanks for hopping in. Butler Family Farms. Uh, the link is in the StreamYard link is in pinned to the top. If anyone wants to come up, any topic you want to talk about, we can talk about it. And you know, there's something that you just want to talk about, we can talk about. So I've been watching. Does anyone know Jordan Peterson? There's someone asked me if I wanted to watch Jordan Peterson. I have Peterson Farm from Nashville. Thanks for hopping in. It's kind of funny. Your last name is the name of the guy that I'm actually talking about. Uh, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat there. Uh, but he's pretty interesting. Cars. I could your car's extended warranty. That's funny. But so I've been watching Jordan Peterson, and he's an interesting fella. I kind of like him. I kind of like the some of the stuff that he talks about with um about raising kids is pretty interesting. A lot of the things that he talks about is kind of the way that I was kind of raised. I kind of think it's kind of interesting the way, you know, teach your kids to be a monster and then teach them how to tame it. It's kind of interesting. There's 10 people in here. That was kind of cool. Just dropped back down to 8. So, and there's Rebecca. Thanks for hopping in. There's Jerry. He's not gonna leave me hanging. If I can get my mouse to work. Up there it is. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Oh, all right.
Hang
Just
on here. I gotta unpin the chat so I can watch what's going on here. Oops.
oh, okay.
See if anybody's
Pecos.
saying bad things about me, like Tony.
You never know with Tony. Tony, oh, Tony, he's a good guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just kind of interesting watching some new
How's your
subscribers.
how's your goats doing?
There, you know, we're in a pretty bad drought here in north central Oklahoma. Um, so the hay's hard to come by, and it's just man,
Let me
it's
just tell you about hay, buddy. I
well,
went and got I went and got 24 bales yesterday of
eh,
some hay that from one of the farmers that I know. He called. I called him and asked him for a few about straw. And he said, "Yeah, he has the straw because my wife wanted some straw. Most of the straw is basically far and few between around here, and then we use straw for the goat bedding and stuff." And I said, "Hey, you don't happen to know, but he's got some from hay for sale too." And he goes, "What do you need, Jerry?" I said, "Well, 20 bales should probably get me through till March." He's okay. I got it for you. I said, "Okay, well, what's it going to cost me?" He goes, "Well, for you," he said, "it's at $68." I said, "Well, that's hey, it is what it is." Especially when they're paying
$68 a
like
bale.
150 in Texas.
Oh, we're paying that here.
Are you? I'm not paying
Yeah,
it. I will get rid of animals before I pay it. That's you, you're going in the hole.
yeah.
You can't get that money, recoup that money, no matter what
No,
you do.
there's no way, and
No,
that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like,
discount.
I uh, I just seen that he said that something about being a new subscriber, but I can't find it again.
Scout.
Yeah,
Scout.
greetings from New York.
Had Scout. She's a mod on back back row freedom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, with Jason and stuff. And I've seen her. Matter of fact, I've seen her in Jesse's uh, chat, and Rebecca's in there. Also, is also
yeah.
here.
Yeah, seen Rebecca. But back to the hay. The so a lot of people don't. understand that, but you're just because you pay more for hay doesn't mean you're going to get more to sell for them.
Nope, you're not. Because we're think about raising animals. If you raise animals and you sell them in a stockyard or something like that, you're a price taker. Where if you're raising hay and you're selling hay, you're a price setter. So you
Yeah,
can set the price, and if people don't want it, then you don't have to sell it. But when you send your animals to the market, you don't get much choice in it. It's whatever people are going to bid on it.
absolutely.
So
And what's bad is, like, normally it takes 500 round bales for me to get through the winter.
500 round bales.
Yeah,
Oh my lord! How many acres do you have?
I got a few. I
You
got
got more
more
than
than
that,
I got more than what we have here. What I
but you
show
have
on.
more than what I have. Then I have 116. You must have more than that. Then
Yeah,
okay. Well, I go through 150 round bales for the cows and the horses and the goats.
yeah. So the pretty much everything that we show on YouTube is the stuff at the house, and that's just the kids' stuff. Um, it's mainly just teaching the kids, little steps. But yeah, we have more outside of here. Um,
Okay, and you cut your own hay then, correct?
yeah, we do. But to get through, like this year, where we like one of the pens that we cut, we get a lot of hay, horse hay off of. We normally get, you know, 1,200, 1,300 square bales off of. We got 200 bales off of it this year.
Yeah, it was bad. I cut usually about 40 acres of hay, and I usually end up with 150 bales. And this last year, I cut the same amount, and I only ended up with 66 bales the first time and 33 the second time. So
Yeah,
I already knew I was going to be short, but I told Susan, I said, I'm not paying $100 a bale. I said, if we can't get the hay we need, then I'm going to just start shipping animals out. And
yeah,
I sold some cattle earlier, right after the first year I sold some, and I missed the big price on them because they were like right after January 1st of January. That first 2 weeks they were giving $2 and $2.10 a pound.
yeah,
Well, I missed it and got 177, 167 a pound. I'm not complaining because that's to me is outrageous anyways. But I'm going to take what I can. But I was hoping I was
well,
going to have a little bit of money left over to use for other things. Well, I just spent $1,700 on hay.
I mean, but is it outrageous? I mean, how long has the price been right around $1 a pound?
A long time.
I
It's not. No, it's not really outrageous. It's just that you're not used to it, like gas. If you notice, if you pay attention to the gas price, this is funny. If you pay attention to the gas prices, when I moved here, I paid $1.32 for diesel. All right, it's 16 years ago, and then I've been watching this. They moved the price up. Like they moved it up to $2. Everybody screamed and hollered, screamed and hollered. Then they dropped it back down to 187. Oh, everybody was really happy about it. Oh yeah. Then the next summer it jumps back up to 270. Oh my, that's terrible. Drop back down to 250. Then it raises back up to $3, and it goes back down again. See, I've watched it do this over the last couple of years. It goes up higher, and then they drop back down. You get used to paying that little bit lower price. So, oh, hey, I'm happy. I'm paying $3.50 a gallon. If you think
yeah.
about it, you shouldn't be
No,
happy about it,
you're
you know.
absolutely right. Yeah,
But
you're absolutely.
they condition you by making the price go up way high, and you scream and holler about it. So then they drop it down a couple pennies, and you go, "Oh my gosh, I'm saving! It's getting better." Oh yes, and then they turn around and jack it up prices high again, and then and it's just a constant thing. It just keeps going up. If you looked at it, you're going to end up you're not paying what you should be paying for. Like
Well,
gasoline, diesel should not be higher than gas
no,
because
because
diesel
it's a
is a
byproduct.
byproduct, right?
Exactly.
So why are we paying for more for diesel
Well, I
than
can
we
I
are
can
for
tell you
gas?
I can tell you one of the
Well,
reasons.
I know one of the reasons because truckers are using it and they have to have the trucks to go across the country.
Well, not only that, but how many of these suburban guys are driving these big jacked up 3/4 ton diesel
Hey,
pickup?
hey, hey, hey! I'm driving one of those three
Yeah,
quarter
but
ton.
you use it.
Yeah,
I mean, I drive one too. I drive a 3/4 ton diesel pickup, but I'm hooked to a trailer 3 days,
right.
3 out of 7 a week,
Yeah,
if not more. And I'm pulling, like, I'm pulling something farm related, but
I
I
know. I
You,
just
living in this college town, probably a third of these kids are driving big $150,000 diesel pickups and never worked a day in their life.
and then on top of that, they'll put a chip in it so it blows black smoke out, burns a
Yeah,
lot more.
and they
It's like
don't
really,
understand.
you really, you're not helping the situation. You're making it worse, and then they scream about it. When you
Yeah,
older people did this to our country, to our country. Well, you did this and that. Look at what you guys are doing. You're not, you can't push a button, point the finger at somebody else and blame them when you're
well,
doing things that are
you know,
worse.
it's funny. I actually was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about vegans versus meat eaters, right? And I think it was Pierce Morgan that was talking about it. It was just a repeat of something that he had said in the past, and the vegan, they were talking about how it's hurtful for the environment to be a meat eater, but it wasn't hurtful for the environment to be a plant eater. And Pierce Morgan goes, "Do you think that that stuff just grows in your backyard? Those avocados and everything, because they lived somewhere in England or something. They're like, you think that jet fuel doesn't hurt the environment to haul all that over here, the diesel fuel to get it in the shipping containers?" And it's like,
I think if all the trucking stop and all the shipping shut down for 1 month, people would open up their eyes. If you can't grow it in your own backyard, you ain't gonna eat it.
well, and that's one of the things that my family and I, we try to do is to grow most of the things that we eat. Granted,
Well, that's homesteading, farmstead and homestead. That's what we do. We
well,
try
and
to raise a lot of vegetables, or a lot of, like I raise my own beef, and we buy a pig from a friend of mine who raises them because he can't doesn't want to butcher a whole pig for his family, so he'll split a pig, or he'll go out and buy a couple because he likes to raise the pigs. I don't want to raise pigs. They'll raise pigs. I don't want to raise pigs. To me, that's I don't know. It's just dirty and
that,
sloppy and stinky. I mean, cows are not really clean, but they're far enough away from the house that I don't have to worry about smelling them, and they're not destructive like pigs are.
you,
I know the pigs are
well,
destructive.
Well, the pigs are destructive if you don't give them enough room. Yeah, I'll give you that. Like, I grew up working for a hog farm for years, and a cattle ranch was right beside it. So I worked for the whichever one needed the help for the day. That's where I was at, because one family owned one, and a sibling of that family owned the hog farm. So I was back and forth. One day I could be going and gathering cows off a wheat field, or I could be delivering pigs in the farrowing barn the next day. You never knew. So, but
Right,
pigs,
Scout. Right, Scout. That's what my wife's doing. Learn to do more canning.
yeah,
So
canning.
I'm just the chat. I don't want the chat to think we're ignoring them.
Yeah, no, I was actually reading this a second ago. I think canning. So canning is interesting. You know, Tony and them, they do a lot of canning. We never. My mom did canning, but my wife and I never have. I think that's something that we need to get into this year is
Well,
canning.
we're going to start doing more canning. When I was in San Diego, I had a Santa Rosa plum tree in the backyard, and it grew plums, so many plums one year that the branches were hanging down to the ground. They were almost ready to snap off. I went out with PVC pipe and propped up the dang branches so they wouldn't break. And I started picking. I love stone fruit, and I was picking fruit, and I was eating probably way more than I should have been eating. And so I said, Susan, I said, we got to do something with this stuff. She said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, let's go make some jam out of it. So we brought, I had this huge pot, and we made a huge pot of jam. And I think we took probably 40 or 50 jars. And I'm talking about not the 4-ounce jars, but the bigger jars, and not the quart jars. It's like the 1 cup jar, it's 60-ounce jars. And we canned all that jelly or all that stuff into jam. And we gave it away for Christmas presents, everything, because we thought, Well, there's no way we're going to be eating all this stuff. Well, we gave it all away to everybody, and everybody's saying, you got to do that again. Well, Susan and I are putting an orchard in here on one of the section back here of the back part of the property, and we got 2 cherry trees, 2 apple trees, a peach tree, a nectarine tree, um, um, a, a plum tree, and a pear tree, and she's got 2 apricot trees coming.
Oh
So
yeah.
we put all these trees in this one area, and I told her, I said, we get that stuff's all going to ripe but pretty much the same time. I said, you're going to have to pull out, and I do have an industrial fruit dryer that I had. I get things from years ago. I got them, and it has big gold window screens type things to slide in, and it holds like it's probably a good 1.5 feet high. And it
Yeah.
holds all the screens. You put like 10 or 12 layers in there. And I said, we're going to start drying this fruit, and we'll start. She said, well, we're going to start making jelly with it. And I said, we're going to have to find more friends so we can give it to them. I said, because I don't want to be, I don't want a cabinet or a portion of the house to have 4,000 jars of jelly,
Yeah. Well, and how long will it take you to actually get fruit from the trees?
So they'll
So,
probably start the trees. I've had them for a year now. Except for the apricots, they haven't got here yet. But I have the other trees that they've been in pots. Oh, hey, devil dog. And they've been in pots, and I suspect that the apple trees this year will probably give me, some small apples. But they're going to go out in the orchard this year. We're going to finish the orchard off this year and clear all the old trees out of there, and we're going to put them in there. I think that probably within 2 more years they'll really be producing.
yeah.
So, but she talked about, she wanted to know about, should I steam can, or should I pressure can? And I went like, I don't care. What And she said, well, I've been watching these videos, and Tony and he cans, and then Buddha's can, and she was telling me, Ginger's done all these other canning. They do this different canning. And I go, well, whatever you want to do. I said, buy both the machines if that's what you want to do. I don't care. And I said, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, don't think about canning meat, because I'm not going to eat canned meat. I'm sorry. They were talking about ugly chicken, and I said, what the heck is an ugly chicken? And they typed back, well, it's chicken that's raw that they put in the jars, and then they cook it, in the jars. And I went like, I'm not going to eat that stuff. I like my meat fried or baked. I don't like it put it in water. I don't like crock pot meat. I do not like it.
What?
It tastes like boiled water. In fact, it's been boiled, and I don't like boiled meat. It does. I mean, maybe it's the way Susan's doing it, but crock pot meat always to me comes out like it's been boiled. And
Interesting.
I just don't. I'd rather put it in a roaster, or I really what I'd rather do is I'd rather barbecue it.
Yeah. Well,
So
that brings. So Eddie, he asked me if I was losing weight, and yeah, I've lost quite a bit.
he's
Um,
had to, Eddie. He's had to.
yeah. Well, Eddie knows, but
Oh,
um, I can't eat hardly any meat. So
yeah,
it, the one thing that I would kind of be interested in knowing how to grow is rice, because I have to eat a lot of rice.
you gotta have a place you can flood.
Well, I mean, I got plenty of property I can flood.
Well, you need to go out there and dig yourself a little pit, basically, and put a berm around it. And I mean, you can they grow rice just east of us here. You know,
So, like you
It-
do
it-
like you do cranberries, kind of.
yeah, it's like that. It's put in what they call rice paddies, or or rice bogs, basically. And it's put in the ground, and then it's flooded, and it grows like that.
Hey, Jerry, hang on a second. It sounds like the sink's running over.
Okay. So, Devil Dog, how are you today? David and Tamara. Hey, Mark from Little Ridge Farms here. Little Ridge Farm.
It
I'm
wasn't
just talking
running
to
over.
everybody.
It wasn't
I'm
running
just,
over. There was
I'm
someone
just
doing.
talking to you. Was it running over?
No, Landon was in there
Oh,
doing something on my phone.
I wonder if that David Tamara is a Tamara that a Tamara Brown. Is that David Tamara Brown or just Tamara
You
Brown?
know, I was wondering. I've seen the name in the chat before. But I'm not 100% sure. And my list that I used to have sitting beside my computer, it's all buried, and I didn't feel like digging it out today. Even though I just kind of Tamara Brown, yeah.
So it is Tamara David Tamara Brown. Okay.
Two losing. That's funny, Mark. No, it's doctor's order. This is the reason why I have to lose weight. It's from because of my gout. Tamara.
Yeah. Is that hereditary, that gout?
So I don't know that it is. So yes, I've read some stuff that says yes, and I've read some stuff that says no. So I don't quite know. I think the biggest thing is so the RA is what is really what hurts the most.
The
The
RA.
rheumatoid arthritis. I
Oh,
have it extremely bad.
okay.
I have like when they X-rayed my back, I have a back of a 78-year-old, and that was a year ago. So it's only got worse. That's one of the reasons why I took this new job. Diabetes is hereditary. Yeah, I don't have diabetes. Um, so that's one of the things that they say. So they were confused. So most people with gout have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, and I have none of those. I only have the gout and the rheumatoid arthritis. So, which there are, yeah, I know you do, Eddie. That's why I was teaching about eating those sugar candy, those crowns that you got that were candy. I was teasing you, and you're like, "I have diabetes." It's like, so suck it up, Buttercup, eat them. But there's over 200 different types of gout, and there's over like 200 types of rheumatoid arthritis, and I
I
have
see.
I have some pretty bad
Well,
arthritis.
a guy I bowl with has gout,
Hmm.
and 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, I had I didn't have I don't think I had gout, but I had all my joints, my hands, in my shoulders, and my knees. It felt like I almost felt like I had the bends because if I tried to straighten my leg out, it hurt.
Yeah,
But if I well, it just like I had to stretch everything out all the time. But then it hurt to walk. It hurt to. I couldn't even pick up a glass. I picked a glass up and slide right through my hand.
yeah,
And so I went to the chiropractor and I went to the doctor and stuff, and they said, well, it's just something's going around. I said, okay, cool. And a friend of mine, he said, why didn't you come bowling for a couple of days? I told him about that. He said, well, do you have gout? And I said, no. He goes, well, that's what gout feels like. And I said, oh. He said, but his gout was caused by vitamin C. He gets too much acid for the vitamin C.
yeah. That's what. Well, gout is. So gout flares up because your uric acid level spikes,
Okay.
or it
And,
can dip. So they want your uric acid to be right around a 6, but if it maintains, it's not too bad. So like mine right now is like an 8.3, right? And it's been an 8.3. Well, it may not be now. It may have dropped, especially with the weight and stuff that I've lost and not eating anything. Like I've been really strict on this, changing my diet. Eating habits is the better way to put it. Um, and so it may have dropped, but as long as it maintains wherever it's at, you should not get a spike or a dip. It's the spikes or dips that cause your joints to inflame.
okay,
Because that's
so
what.
oranges do that to you then?
No, I can eat all the fruit I want.
Okay, so but there's a lot of vitamin C in oranges and citrus fruit. So see, I started taking at first of the year. I started taking the vitamin C pills.
Hmm.
And because I always think you need a little bit of vitamin C more in the wintertime because that's when all these little colds and all this other comes on. So I thought, well, maybe what it was. I just had too much vitamin C in my system.
So
Normally, you piss it out. When your body has too much vitamin C, you just have brighter yellow urine, and so you get rid of your off the vitamin C that way.
so there's tons of different things that can exacerbate your uric acid levels. Mine is a meat protein. Meat proteins. My body just doesn't digest the meat proteins as fast as I was consuming them. But someone said in here shellfish. Scout said was talking about shellfish. I can have zero shellfish because there's the doctor said zero shellfish. They gave me a reason, and I can't remember exactly what it was. And
Yeah,
I really like shrimp and crawdads and stuff like that, but the zero shellfish.
that's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
but like
I
I'm
feel
alert.
I feel for you, because I mean, I like meat and I like shellfish.
Yeah,
I think
well,
it's
and
suck that they. I mean, I can eat vegetables. I can eat salads and stuff, and like in the summertime, that's what I do. Is I eat more salad than anything else. I
so
rather prefer it.
I actually seen an interesting study, and I've been looking for more information about the study, and so they were talking about the carnivore diet, right? So most people that take vitamins and stuff like that. So a college put this on, and I can't remember the name of the college, but I don't just take my word for it. Please look it up. Um, but they were talking about just eating meat. They had 2,000 people in the study, and either they were borderline diabetic or they were straight on diabetic. But all they ate for the 8 months, or I think it was 8 months, all they ate for 8 months was red meat. They didn't eat starches or anything like that, just red meat.
I could go on that diet.
Right? Uh, so 98% of the people on the case study of 2000 quit taking, is that the ones that were taking insulin quit taking insulin, and the other ones that were borderline diabetic were no longer diabetic. And they say it's because, and they were not, their bodies were not in need of any extra external vitamins, such as like pills or any over-the-counter pills for vitamin intake. And it was kind of interesting, and the disease level dropped drastically too. So, like getting sick and things like that drastically went down in the people in the case study. And they kind of were referring to some of the gout and RA stuff in there too, but it wasn't very defined. So I've been looking for more information about it, because I mean I can get on board with red meat all the time. Uh, you
Yeah,
know,
easy. A steak, it never hurts to eat a steak.
right? I mean, and you can always find a steak to eat.
Yeah.
A lot of times the stuff that they want me to eat, you go to a restaurant and it's hard to find it. But there was no external, so there were no external in the study. There were no, like, you couldn't go to restaurants or things like that. It was
No
strictly just
processed.
yeah. And they were actually trying to disprove the carnivore diet, and all of the people
Proved it.
yeah, they so it was kind of interesting, because I was reading the article, and at first it's like these people are just completely hostile against meat eaters, right? And the further you got in the study, people were starting to kind of change their mind. And it's not that they were trying to get you to eat meat or not trying to get you to eat meat, but they at the by the time of by the
They were trying to
fifth
prove something.
right, by the 50th page, they were talking about all the pros and cons.
Right.
All the
But
pros, not the cons.
I'd like to lose 50 or 60 pounds. I weigh 258 or 268. And I like to lose 50 pounds if I could. But the thing is, everybody says, I don't eat that much, really. Everybody says, you need to eat more often. It's like, look, I get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee. I do not want to eat food. I mean, barely seldom do I get up and have a breakfast.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I don't, when I worked, I never took lunch. I worked all the way through lunch, because that's just how I am. I don't eat lunch. And, I don't eat lunch now, even though I'm home all day. There's very few times I'll actually eat lunch. and then I'll eat dinner like at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and I don't eat that much. I mean,
Well,
you
so
I don't think I don't eat that much, but everybody says, "Oh, my wife, she's a snacker. She eats all day long, constantly, all day long." And she 130 pounds dripping wet, And
well,
every said, "Oh, you eat more, Jerry, you lose weight." I keep thinking, no, I don't think so. I don't think that worked for me.
well, you can't lose weight if you put more in your body. You have to reduce the amount that you're eating.
That's what I
That's
think
like
so
that.
too.
Well, there's a huge like my wife. She'll go on a diet, and I'm not knocking my wife by any means, but she'll go on a diet, and just because it's healthy food, she'll eat two salads instead of one. It's like, well, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. You're
Maybe it defeats the purpose.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe one salad. Yeah, I know.
and it's not. I'm not picking on her, but I tell her that stuff, and she just kind of looks at me like I'm crazy. But then she wonders how I like. I was 260, right at 260. Um, and I like right now I'm down 215. So it's and
Yeah.
my biggest thing has been portion size.
So okay? So does that mean you can't eat ice cream?
Um, I can't have any sugar.
So what are you drinking there?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero. I drink Pepsi Zero. So
Yeah. So
I just I don't know. I just sometimes I wondered if
I
we
and
should just go back.
I guarantee you, if I quit drinking pop again, I would lose 20 more pounds that quick.
You think the soda causes 20 pounds?
Oh yeah, you stop drinking soda. Like
Even,
if I stop drink, I did it for a couple years when I first
even
had
a
gout.
zero?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What's in it that's keeping you weight then?
So there's Splenda in it. So there's Splenda in there's an artificial sweetener
Yeah.
inside of it. That's one of the things. What's up, Belt Loop? And Phil,
Hey,
thanks for
Gary.
coming back in. That's one of the things. But like whenever I had gout or when they told me the first time I had a gout, they told me how to quit drinking pop. I quit drinking pop for 5 years. And the only reason why I started drinking pop again is when you go to Germany, um, they don't have regular water.
No, you drink beer.
Beer or the sparkling water, and
Right.
this guy does not drink carbonated water.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The carbonated water that Walmart has, it's in like a little liter bottle, and it comes like there comes in it's like Fuji apple and lemon lime and
but
grape and black cherry and stuff. That I can drink that kind of stuff.
but
But
it has artificial sweetener in it.
oh, you think it does? It says it doesn't.
Yeah, that's
It
there.
says on there there's no sweeteners
It
involved.
also it
Zero
also says
calories.
it also says the pH in a lot of the pH waters is 9, but you take it out and you legitimately test it with pH tester, and you swirl it around, it drops to 5 real quick.
Okay, what's a pH? What's that got to do with the water?
So at certain, do you know much about the acidity of different things like the lower the pH, the worse it is for you. Like you want to be neutral, right? Right around a 7.5 or higher. It just depends. So when my mom got cancer, she got real big into the pH water, and raising the pH of your body because there's certain things can't live in your body if your pH of your body is actually higher.
Well, it's the same as soils.
Right, and it's exactly the same thing.
But see, if I drink my water here, my pH will go sky high because it's very very hard lime water. So if it's the pH around here is terrible. The water on here is so hard that it builds up on the inside of the toilets, and I have to take a chisel and hammer and break off pieces. Get so bad, So
Yeah.
we have extremely hard water here.
Well, but that could be a lot of that could be calcium too.
It's calcium.
So
But the calcium comes from the lime in the ground, the lime rock in the ground.
well, and that's one of the reasons why a long time ago they used to say one hot pepper a day keep the doctor away. That a lot of your old timers will say that, and that's because it changes your hot food changes your acid levels and stuff, like your pH levels and stuff like that too.
It would raise
It,
them or lower them.
it raises them. I mean, there's a huge rabbit hole if you want to get down into it, and it is probably important. And one of the things, I actually read a deal the other day, and it was talking about nutrition, and they were talking about drinking RO water or distilled water, and then putting salt in it and something else I can't remember. I'd have to go back to the article and read it, and how it takes the toxins out of your body, as far as uh, like they say, like cancer cells and like colds and all that.
Yeah.
Just bad, takes bad stuff out of your body, which is kind of interesting. And then they said you had to follow it up with like hydrogen peroxide baths, and there's some interesting stuff on the hydrogen peroxide too. And when I get bored, I read. Uh, what's bad is I read it, and I know it, but it's hard for me to explain it.
Explain it, yeah. Well,
Uh,
you're talking about hydrogen peroxide. This is just a little tidbit for anybody who may, ever have to have a dog that gets poisoned. You know that if you put rat poison out, if your
yeah,
dog gets into it, if you ever had a dog that gets into that rat poison, you give him hydrogen peroxide, about 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide, and then stand back, because it goes in their stomach with that, and it makes them throw up. And if they throw up this foam, and all that poison comes out of it at the same time. All the foam
yeah,
comes out and pulls all that poison out all at the same time. And I'm not a vet, but I know this works because I had a dog that got 2 of those bags, and she ate those 2 bags. And I was in Washington State, and the vet up there said, "Go give her 2 teaspoons of hydrogen peroxide, and all that stuff doesn't come out. Wait about an hour, and they give her 2 more of them." But she threw it all up, and it was amazing. I mean, I was like total shocked because it comes out straight, just like foam.
yeah. Well,
You know it.
like whenever I brush my teeth at night, I gurgle hydrogen
Oh,
peroxide.
you do?
Yeah. Um, it's just I don't know why I do it. Mainly because the mouthwash, I guess, a long time ago was expensive, and my mom, you could buy hydrogen peroxide for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending that. You do your own research.
This is, we got to change your channel name right now to talking about food and health products.
Yeah,
Butler and Mitch.
yeah. I mean, I I don't know. There's a lot of things that old timers did, and you wonder why they did it. And I read another interesting article. They were talking about cancers and sickness and stuff like that. They were saying that it was lower a long time ago. Well, and I personally feel that it probably was because they didn't have near as many processed foods and things
Well,
like that. But
I wonder about that. If you think about this logically now, they didn't know what killed people back then.
well, exactly, that's where I was going with it.
So yeah, so was it really lower, or was it nobody just knew what they were dying from?
Well, right, and that's where I was going, is the main reason why I was going. I can't say it. I stuttered. Damn it.
Spit it out, Mitchell.
Uh, the the reason why they don't make bee batteries? You know the reason why they don't make bee batteries? Have you ever heard of someone?
No, I've never. I've thought about it once or twice. Like, oh, there's a D, there's a C, there's a 9 volt, there's a double A, there's a double A, and there's a triple A. There's no B and there's no A.
You know, there's A batteries, not a
There is
single A.
A.
Not a
Double.
single
I
A.
don't think there is a single A. Double A and triple
No.
A.
So the bee batteries. When I was a kid, I could not say a bee that did not last more than 3 minutes. Because the B was one of the hard letters for me to
Hard letter to say.
say. Yeah.
So you're trying to say that's why they didn't have B batteries?
Well, it was just an assumption. Cinnamon. I can say cinnamon, But there's a rental store here in Stillwater. Not I don't live in Stillwater, but close. I live close to it. It's called Kinnon's, and for the longest time, Kinnon's rentals and sales. I still have a hard time if I think about it too much.
Sounds like saying aluminum. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes people say titanium because they can't say aluminum.
yeah. But what were we talking about? I lost my train of thought.
We talked about vitamins, or talk about batteries for one. You said that, but before that, we were talking about the gout and the meat, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Well, I mean,
candy.
I remember that.
We've just progressed right on along.
Right. Well, I couldn't remember exactly what we were talking about before we got talking about batteries.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
anyways, yeah, Susan. Let's get back to it. Susan's gonna try to do a lot more canning this year. So, um, we bought when we came here from California. We had all these jars that we had picked up, and I mean, I've got boxes and boxes of jars. She goes, I start buying more jars. And I kind of looked at her and said, like, really? You think you need? I said, I think you got to buy lids. I
right.
think you should spend money on lids because I do not think you're going to be able to fill up all the jars that we have. And she
So,
gave me, I don't know, I'm going to do a lot of canning. I'm thinking, because all our jars are big quart jars. And I
yeah.
said, do you realize that's a quart jar? That's that's a lot of product can go in a quart jar. I said, I don't know, maybe you should wait till you start canning before you see how many jars you're going to be going through before you're going to start need to buy more.
Well, a couple years ago, Nina and I were gonna get into the whole canning bit, and
Yeah.
we went and bought a whole bunch of cans and lids and stuff like that. So we have probably 10 cases of jars and lids and stuff. But I think we're probably gonna have to buy new um, lids because they sit out in the garage and it gets hot and cold, hot and
Yeah,
cold.
you can't have any kind of rust on them or any kind of crack in the rubber if you want to think they won't seal.
Yeah.
And she had some lids. Is one she brought to me the actual seal top. She said, "Can I reuse it?" I looked at it and said, "Nope." I just tossed it in the trash can. So why not? I said, "Well, look at it. It's got the rubber's got is deformed." I said, "So it won't seal right." I said,
Yeah.
"So it's not it's not worth." I said, "For as cheap," and I say this cheaply, for as cheap as they are, which is not really that cheap. I bet for the cheap as they are, they're easier. You're better off to spend a little bit more money and buy new lids. You don't need the rings; you just need the lids. And buy new lids and
Well, aren't you,
then take the chance of having something go bad because you used an old lid.
and aren't you supposed to take the rings off of them
Yeah,
after you? Yeah.
after they sealed, you take the rings off and reuse the rings on another jar. Because
Okay.
all the rings do is help hold the lid down until it seals.
Where is your family from? Oklahoma or Alabama? Because that's where both that's where that name comes from. It's Oklahoma and Alabama. Now I don't know if I still have.
I don't know if that would work, Belt Loop. I don't know if you can replace it with beeswax. It with I'm not an expert at that. I try it. I don't know. But bees, I have the problem. I have to get beeswax, and I'm allergic to bees, so I'm not the one collecting it.
you know, I'm not allergic. The only thing in the world I'm allergic to are commercially grown mushrooms.
Really?
Yes, I can eat all of the wild mushrooms that are around here, but I cannot eat commercially grown mushrooms. They want to kill me when I eat them.
Huh.
They make my throat swell up, and it shuts off the oxygen to my body. And if I don't have an EpiPen close to me, it will kill me.
Well, I'm allergic to bees because they make me swell when I get stung, and I've been stung in about 60 years now. Penicillin makes me pass out. And if I get a penicillin shot, I'll be walking along, all of a sudden go fly, like just flat on my face, out of nowhere. You'd be talking to me, and I'll be gone, And tetanus, I'm highly allergic to tetanus. Hey, knock it off. Tetanus. When I got it, my arm when I was 10 years old swelled up all the way down to my fingertips. My fingertips were like swollen up. I couldn't move them, and then they packed me in a bathtub full of ice because it started to go down my chest. They said that if it got the heart, it would just kill me because it would swell up and stop working. And so that was when I was 10. I got a shot again when I was, I don't know, married my first wife. Told it was a stupid idea, but I had stepped on a nail, and and the doctor said, "Well, we'll give you a tetanus shot." And I said, "No, I'm allergic to it." He said, "I'm just going to give you 1 cc." And I said, "I'm allergic to it." I said, "It's going to," he said, "Well, I'm just going to give you 1 cc." Well, he gave it to me, and my arms swelled all the way up down my right here, and he was freaking out because he goes, "I've never seen anybody swell up like that." I said, "Hey, I told you I was allergic to it. What are you going to do? We're going to keep you here until it starts going back down. If it gets any higher, we'll start packing you in ice." I went like, "God, not again," But it started going back. And he goes, "Man, that's only 1 cc. That's hardly anything." I said, "Hey, when you're allergic to something, you're allergic to it." Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Hey, yeah. Hey,
That's
Mike.
Big
Thanks for
Mike.
coming in. Yeah. I won a deal over there on this channel last week.
Yeah, what did you? I saw that you won
I won a shirt
a
and
shirt, a cup, a
a
coffee
cup.
cup,
Yeah.
and
Well,
you're
I
going
don't
to
think
send the coffee cup. You're going to send to me though, right?
I don't think I don't think it was a coffee cup. I think it was a coffee tumbler. I think's what he said. I
What
think's
was it?
what they
Tumbler? I
said.
thought it was a cup or a
Yeah.
mug.
Well, I'm confused. We'll see what comes in the mail. I'm not worried about it either way.
Yeah, Big Mike's a good guy. He
Yeah.
cracks me up because one of his videos he talks about, well, I'm gonna get the welder out and I'm gonna start welding on this trailer, and I'm watching it. Yeah, okay, cool. And and then I hear him on one of his lives saying, "Yeah, I haven't welded yet." And I'm going like, dude,
He said he hadn't welded in like 16 years, wasn't it? Isn't that what he said?
oh yeah, something like that. It was used to it, and I thought, I said, "Hey, I'll come down and do it for you. Just you can be my gopher. We'll put that sucker together nice and flat." And then he's gonna make a section off the yard to put some goats in it. And I said, "Great." And I said, "You get the goats. I got a donkey. I'll give you."
Them donkeys they're pretty territorial
Ginger's
and
here.
mean. Huh?
Ginger's here.
Oh,
Ginger.
Ginger. Oh, it just popped up on mine. It comes up on my YouTube a lot faster, but I can't
Yeah,
really look at
I've
what it
got the
says right
chat
now.
from YouTube over here. I popped it out and stuck it on over here so I can see the YouTube chat.
Yeah. You know one of the things that you can talk about and you'll get just about anybody that can weld a little bit is talk about how good of a welder you are, and you will have a conversation that will last all day. My
Well,
granddaddy was a welder back in the on
yeah.
the
Well,
Alaskan pipeline.
my thing is, if they can't weld underwater, they don't need to talk to me.
Right?
You know, as I mean, that's where you really need to know what you're doing is underwater welding. Oh, treasure hunter.
Hey, treasure hunter and Beth.
Oh, Beth. Hey, Beth. Yeah, I weld 90% of the time my eyes closed usually. It's like I've been done it so much that my wife says, it seems like you weld in your sleep. And I said, well, you burn as much rod as I burned, you can. I even had a professional welder, a friend of mine he went up and did jobs putting air conditioning units in big lots. And he said, "You want to go with me?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll go with you and be your gopher." Somehow that gopher job turned into I was doing all the welding and he was doing all the gophering. And I thought it was on one of those scissor lifts and just
Oh
take
yeah.
shit to the roof. I'm welding on the roof. Is there anything you need? And I went like, "Yeah, a break from this." It was okay. He lowers me down. He says, "Okay, take your break." I went like, "What?" He didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it is a coffee cup.
It is tough. Yeah. Say, if you don't need that mug, you can send it to me. I'll take it.
Hey, I am a coffee mug hoarder.
Connoisseur.
Yeah, so I'm gonna as soon as I get my office done, um I'm gonna set up all the coffee cups that I've won.
Well,
I got a
that's
couple.
cool.
couple of them here. And then, so like I have the t-shirts that I've got off of YouTube and stuff too. So I have quite a few. I have Mike and Terry's MT Homestead t-shirt, and I have like Arms Family Homestead, Keeping It Dutch, Hidden Heights
Yep.
Farm. I have all those. I'm gonna put them. You know how they do the jerseys,
Yep.
and that's what I'm gonna put behind me, so it'll be like a little backdrop. You know, everybody has the sticker boards, but I think that would be pretty neat to have. Like,
I'm making a sticker board.
Yeah, well, it's just something different. It just like a.
Hang on, Mitchell. I got the dogs are barking. I don't know. They probably a cat scratched the door or something. Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, that's just something that I want to do. I just want to do something different than what everybody else has. You know, there's nothing wrong with the sticker boards. It's just I think it'd be pretty neat. And then I won from Willow Way. Willow Way. I have like these. I'm gonna put in. It's the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. I'm gonna put those. I'm gonna have those framed and put there too. Whenever I get my office done, I think that would be pretty neat to have. Those will be like the centerpieces, and then have all of like my coffee cups and some other things back there. I don't want to divulge all of it what I'm gonna have back there, but I think it'd be pretty neat. So is everybody having a good day today? Yeah. So today's live is mainly just so I'm just trying to get some watch hours. I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I really appreciate anyone that is new or has been here. I really appreciate it. Getting to that 1,000 mark's kind of nice now. I just like to get
Radio Jonesy.
Yeah, Jonesy came in. I just seen him pop up.
I'm at 595 now. My subscriber list is growing every day. I average about 2 or 3 new people every day.
Yeah, so some of my shorts I think is where a lot of mine came from. Like my wife actually just did a short today. They went to an equestrian. Emma, what was that called? The OSU, the Oklahoma State University, had an equestrian meet. So they did they had jumps and they did groundwork. Here, come here. Come here. I'll let Emma tell you.
Hey, baby. What you doing?
Oh, it's too big out here.
No, it's
So I can just hold it up there, Emma.
Okay.
You can hold it.
We went to a equestrian meet, and it wasn't a real competition. It didn't like count for anything, but they could like kind of competed against Georgia.
What all did they have there?
They had jumping. It was like kind of like dressage. They had reining, and they did like some other type Western events, but it wasn't like barrel racing or anything. It was like Western pleasure, I think.
That sounds interesting. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's the main thing. Have a good time. Enjoy it. This is Zippy.
Oh. Is it a he or she?
It's a male. He's fixed though. We named him Zippy because he runs through the house like it's just zip 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 all over the place. Well, he loves to give hugs too.
He's cute.
He's a found. He just showed up here one day.
Oh.
He showed up. I opened the door. He walked in. I said, "Guess he's got a new home." A Zippy. Okay, there you go. See you later.
Oh, hi.
What are you guys doing out there?
I'm letting Zeke eat.
Okay. Trying to get my
So
headphones
Mitchell,
off.
you just now went over 1,000. I thought you'd been over 1,000.
I have been for probably almost a month and a half.
Oh,
But
okay.
I didn't. It's just the the first time I got over 1,000, and I was going to say something, and then the next day I dropped below 1,000. So I was like, we'll wait till it sticks there for a while before I say
Yeah.
anything. And you know what's bad is I was only 300 hours away from being monetized or having everything, and then all my big videos started dropping off. Like all my big tractor videos where I had
Yeah.
tons of views on, they started dropping off. And now I'm down to 2,700 hours.
Wow.
So
Well,
so I'm 1,300 away.
Devil Dog taught me a little trick so I play my own videos, playlist. And he taught me how to be able to clear out the history of them, so
Yeah.
you can play them again. The other day I was checking. I had taken and sit down and wrote down how long each video was just to see how many hours I have. I've got over 40 hours. If you sit and watch them for all my stuff, it goes 40 hours long.
How many videos do you have?
313 counting the lives and the shorts.
So what's the
314.
average? What's the average duration of your videos if you averaged it up?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like 5-10 minutes counting the shorts. But the shorts are no more than a minute,
Yeah.
Well, I can
I
figure it out in front of my phone. Oh, anyways.
So I think my average duration of my videos are right at 15 minutes. But I have like 100. So how long have you been doing YouTube, Jerry?
A year that I signed up for YouTube. Excuse me. Signed up for YouTube in November of last year, November 2nd. I put my first video out, I think, like in December, which is a little short one because I didn't know what I was doing, and then I put one video out, and then I put a couple other videos. I said that I really didn't start taking off until January and February because I did a trip to California and back, and we recorded bits and pieces of it. We didn't go live nothing because I didn't know what live was then.
Yeah. Oh, Dale texted me back finally.
Okay, if it's 40 hours, it comes out to be 7.66 minutes on average. I don't know what that, if that's good or bad, but
well,
so
I was just kind of curious. It's not. I don't think it's a good or bad thing.
Well, people on here told me that you want to have at least. Matter of fact, Jesse told me this. You want to have at least 8 minutes.
Well, that's kind of controversial about that because if you look at it, a lot of the reason why they say that is because YouTube wants to be able to put 3 ads on your videos. One
Right,
in the
that's what they told
beginning,
me.
one in the middle, and one in the end. And they have to be 10 minutes. They have to be a minimum of 10 minutes to be able to do that.
So I was told minimum 8 minutes in order to do that.
No, 10 minutes is where you can get 3 ads on your videos.
Okay, and then I was told don't go over they don't go over like 23 or 24 because people will start losing interest and start dropping off. And I thought, well, if people like Susan put a video out the other day, it was 38 minutes long. I think it was her quilts, all her quilts that she has. And I thought, well, and I did that, or we did that for Ginger because Ginger wanted to see my wife's quilts. And so Susan did it, and she even left a whole bunch of quilts out that she didn't even bother putting on there. Well, how long is it? I said, well, it's 38 minutes now. She said, well, we don't want to go any longer than that. So we just cut it out for that because she had at least probably another 10 that she didn't even show. And there's just not enough time.
Yeah. I'm actually doing something. I just thought about this.
I'm multitasking too, so
I just thought about this. It might be kind of interesting to do. Content.
I was told you have to be on a different tab, so you have to pull your tab down. So
I have two other
two screens.
monitors. I have
So
three.
do I.
I have
That's
three
three?
screens, not counting my laptop.
Yeah, I have two. And he told me you have to pull it down. You can't be like you do all your stuff on one tab. It's got to be on a separate tab, down separate, and you've got to have at least one bit of sound on it.
Yeah, it has to have sound, otherwise it won't work.
Right.
But I was actually thinking about my very first video. Have you gone back and watched your first video that you published?
Oh yeah. It's so much different than what I put out now. It was with a different editor too. I mean, a completely different editor then.
Yeah. Oh, look, Jonesy's right here in the basement. I didn't see you down there, Jonesy.
Hey, Jonesy.
Hang on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Why is the sound not coming through my headset? That's a bonus. I'll take that off. If you can still hear me, it's good.
Sure can.
Okay, I got some sort of issue happening. But
You can't hear us, Jonesy?
Yeah, mate. It's coming out of the computer, not coming out of the headset.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So I've actually been getting, Mike, I've actually been getting into the premieres. Tomorrow's video was supposed to be a premiere, but I'm not going to have time to actually sit there and do it.
Oh, okay. So am I saying if you do the videos over 30 minutes, best to make it a premiere, and then you get more views and watch time as well.
Yeah. So this is my first video. I don't know if the sound will come through or not.
I found the problem.
Can you guys hear it, Jerry?
No, but it's also very, very choppy.
But anyway.
It's coming through your headset, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we don't hear it, because it's going through your headset.
There's a way. But anyway, I was just, the very first video, it's kind of interesting.
How long ago was that?
So let me get back to it here.
You do get rather nervous and twitchy, and you're not too sure on what you're doing when you do your first one.
Yeah.
But after a few of them, you sort of get a bit blasé. And
my first one was we were stretching fence, so I just put it on, and I just, we just forgot. I had my GoPro and the camera both going. We just didn't even bother worried about what we were doing. We were just busy stretching fence. So it really isn't that, because we were all yelling at each other and everything else on that. It's just I use a completely different editor then.
Yeah.
So that very first one my wife did on her phone. She recorded. It was on our anniversary, June 6th. I remember it was our anniversary day because the kids were all gone, and that's when we recorded it. Now, if I can get back to it, is
that how June 6th of last year or the year before?
No, 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years this year.
Okay.
So in 2017, so when my videos start, it says Hendrickson Family Farm 2017. That's when we bought this place. We sold a. It's a really touchy subject with my wife because she really liked her big fancy 2-story house outside of town. But
yes.
It was in 2016. That's when my mom passed away, and that's whenever my wife said that. Well, no, I take that back. So we started looking in 2015 because we were going to put a house out and then buy a house with some property and let my mom move into it. It would be like a mother-in-law suite. Is what they call it, mother-in-law.
Yeah, mother-in-law house or guest house or mother-in-law suite.
And we were going to do that, and then my mom passed away, and then we still ended up buying the property. I average what
is Peter's to me is I average about 1K watch hours a month. he watches that many
No,
a
that's
month,
how much
or
he
he
gets.
puts out that much video a month?
No, that's how much he gets on his content. But he's got
Oh.
like Peterson's got like I don't remember how many subscribers, like 4,500 or something like that.
I tell you what, his channel is like you go there just to relax. I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's the soothing voice and it's the countryside, and I quite enjoy my time when I go over there.
How many?
I got 2 smalls and 2 extra smalls for $2.
Hey, Mitchell,
Yeah.
look what Susan bought for the goats. Sweaters
Oh.
for the goats.
Nice.
She got it for $2.
Oh, I was trying to go to his channel, but it won't let me because I'm not a moderator.
Here we go, Mitchell.
What is that?
Chance cook off.
Oh, yeah.
Channel.
Yeah.
We'll give that a workout today.
I appreciate it.
That's all right, mate.
I just try to not promote myself. Yeah, see, I tried to do that same thing. Like, I don't ask people to go subscribe and stuff like that on my videos. I may occasionally here and there, but I don't do a whole lot.
We did at first when we first started, but now I found with the editor I have, it has a little thing that pops up at the beginning that says, it shows the subscribe and the bell and all that stuff. So click the like and subscribe and the bell. We don't ask for people to subscribe anymore. We try to just let that's on the beginning, let that do what it does.
Yeah. It happens.
That's my voice I keep hearing. I'm like, what?
Oh, hang on, I'll turn that down.
I was like,
oh, you're hearing it through his computer?
Yeah, I thought it was mine at first, and then I just went through and muted everything.
Jeez, amazing that's picking it up because this isn't a directional mic. You still hear it now?
Yeah, slightly.
All right, well, I'll just pause you for a bit.
Okay.
I'll put you back on later. But no, I've come out to set up for my Sunday morning, which I usually do, and I turned my computer on, done all that stuff, and I thought, oh, Mitchell's on.
Yeah.
I'll come and say good day, and Jerry.
It's Sunday there now, right?
Yeah, Sunday morning,
right.
9:30.
What time is your live normally?
10:30, another hour. That's all good.
Okay.
It's all good, Mitchell. It's not like my throng of hundreds of supporters are going to affect your live.
No, that's not what I was saying. I just couldn't remember what time it was. So it'd be 5 o'clock here.
5:30, I think.
Yeah.
Is it Central?
Yeah, Jesse's going on at 5 o'clock here also.
Yeah.
He's giving a giveaway.
Yeah.
Lazy days ahead.
Yeah.
Jonesy froze up.
Oh.
He's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen. Yeah.
Frozen in time.
So what does that tell us about the future? Jonesy's Sunday already. He's freezing
at 9 o'clock. So it's 9:28. So tomorrow morning at 9:28, you'll be frozen in time. Everybody be ready just to be frozen in time for however long it takes Josie to come out of it. I'm gonna have to. Does anybody have the link to Peterson's farm in Nashville? I don't think I have that.
Yeah, I can get it. I have to go to my
Ginger. If she's here, our scout can drop it.
Yeah. It's weird.
Nope, that's two of me.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, hang on.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, so he was frozen for a minute, so we know that tomorrow morning we'll be frozen for 1 minute.
It's not that cold. It's quite nice, actually.
There she got it.
There's
Scott got it.
I'm frozen again. Oh man.
No, you're not. Oh, your face is frozen. What's really cool with my phone as the monitor deal, I can freeze myself and unfreeze myself at will. Like it.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can
Hey.
with your phone you can freeze yourself at will. It's kind of neat.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But I'm frozen still. See, I
Yeah.
can do that too, but I don't plan it. It's a good look, but I can do some sneaky stuff in the background. I'll have a drink right now.
Right?
Very nice. Yeah, no, my Wi-Fi. Look, I'm out the back, and we're not direct into the Wi-Fi. We're just getting the strength, and it's telling me I'm probably 50-50 in strength at the moment. So I'm on a different computer. What I might do, I might shut this one down and come back on another computer and see how that goes. Just for getting my life set up.
Okay. I have the phone I have. It's a Android. It's a Motorola Edge 2022. I think's what it's called. I just replaced the screen on it. You'd think I would remember, but I don't.
I got to get a new phone. My phone hasn't got stabilization, so I put the camera in the phone holder and drive around beautiful locations, and you can't use the footage because it's just jumping all over the place.
What brand of phone do you have?
I got a Galaxy, the cheap one, about a $400 phone. Galaxy 12, I think. Samsung. Anyway, I'll jump off here and I'll jump back on the little laptop and see if that makes a difference.
Okay, Jonesy.
No, I'm gonna tell you, Mitchell. I'll be honest with you. I'm not staying more than 23 more minutes.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go to Jesse's live because he's in Oregon. They're up. We went up to Oregon last weekend, or it was last week basically. And Lisa's birthday was last Friday, and so she's up there with her family. They're gonna stay all the way up there until the 1st of March.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I watched his live stream whenever they were driving up there.
Yeah.
With work.
My daughter lives in the same town that Jesse and mother-in-law lives in, so they're going to try to hook up with my daughter and go on live with her on there sometime. Try to get her on live with them.
Hello, our treasured home. So Scout, it's I'm actually just using it my camera on my phone as what do you call it? A webcam, but I'm actually using my laptop to do stuff. It's just using the camera off of it, so it's not taking more.
So you have it plugged in?
Yeah, I have it plugged into my computer.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can. Most of your Android phones you can plug in directly to your computer, and it'll ask you, do you want to do file transfer, power, charge your battery? There's tons of them, and with like my laptop, I have a really nice laptop. I opted out for the webcam because I wanted to get more hardware inside of my laptop. Just a personal preference. It's not that it costs more money. It's that it wasn't capable of doing what I wanted to do without taking the driver out of the computer.
Jonesy's back.
Yep.
Yeah. How's that one? Is that better?
Yeah.
The light in the background makes your face dark, though.
That's a good look for me then.
Too much backlight.
Hello, Raquel.
Yeah.
Hey, Raquel.
Hey, Raquel.
I run around the same circle as Mitchell does. Jonesy, Raquel, Scout, Gary from Belt Loop, Jesse, Dale, Tony. I mean, it's Ginger. Oh, can't forget Ginger.
Yeah. So I have I haven't been really active on YouTube lately, and I mean I've been getting my video out every week that I've been doing, but I haven't been super active as far as doing live streams and hopping on people's live streams and things like that. And it's
Yeah.
mainly because I've been super busy.
Yeah, you've been working so much. That's why when I
Yeah.
saw you come on there, I jumped on there because I know what you're doing, and I know you've
Yeah.
been busy. So I thought, well, it's gone. I don't want you sitting there by yourself going like, oh, come on, don't be here. And you said, and then
Right.
you said, Jerry, don't let me hang in. And I thought, this is what I was going on. So,
Yeah.
I'm there for you.
Yeah, it's nice, whenever I was doing a live every week, I would have like 30 or 40 people in here pretty much every time. And the last couple times I've done a live, I've had like 10. It's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
you
I
just
mean,
gotta, I've noticed if you fade away for a while, so does everybody else.
yeah, and I don't think they do. I don't think anybody does it intentionally. They just
No.
forget to look for you being live,
Right.
So
Yeah, there's a bit of a habit, like people's creatures of habit, and they'll say, okay, it's Sunday for me. It's the local Sunday morning. Oh, only a couple of them come on and say hi.
yeah.
What's going on? I'm trying to fix the other monitor.
There's some people that I've went in their live and they've been kind of upset. They've only had like a handful of people in there, and it's, to me, if I can get two people to sit and watch me talk on the talk, I'm doing all right. It's all right with me.
Yeah, I set myself little goals, like I'm at 1,715 watch hours or whatever, and I go, okay, this month I want to get it up to 1,800, and just little goals like that.
I've never thought about breaking it down per month.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with me, but I like looking at numbers, even though
I do too.
My subscribers, yeah, and it's not like I don't work that hard. I don't push that hard. I just do what I do. Stroll in and say, "G'day."
Devil Dog turned me on to a page called what's it called? Let me see if I can find it. Social Blade.
Right, he's yeah. So
have you seen that?
Is, yeah, I have. I use TubeBuddy instead of Social Blade. It's the same thing, just a different app.
It was interesting. I sat there one night, looked at it for like an hour, just going through and looking at all this stuff, and going like, really? And I thought, how can this be? True? I know it's not accurate, but it's just like they predict in 5 years you'll have X amount of people, and I thought, how
well,
can
they base it off
great?
of this. They're just basing it off of the subscribers that you have and the rate that you're gaining currently, but the more subscribers you get, the faster you grow. And a good example of that is the Earl, the Reef Robber. He's a good friend of mine. Earl, the Reef Robber is his channel name. But if you go to his channel, when I started watching him, I don't know how long. It's been a while now, but he didn't have a whole lot. Well, about 3 weeks ago, he was at 3,500 subscribers. He put a deal out yesterday. He's at 5,000.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so the more you get, the faster you grow. So I think that's kind of deceiving as far as that goes. But this Delco DD official channel right here that I have highlighted, he's like a tuber buddy and things like that. He's a good good friend. I went to his channel and met him, but he does like he's like a growth stream. He's a really good guy to go over and check out. Just throwing it out there.
You highlighted it.
Yeah, well, I had it highlighted. I'll highlight it again. It's
Okay, down here. Okay.
yeah, but
Okay, yeah,
he's like a growth stream.
How's the weather over there? Warming up for you?
It's
got it.
getting there.
All right. And where are you, Jerry?
In Missouri.
Misery.
Yep.
It's
You,
not.
you
It's
said
not.
you said it wrong. It's misery.
It's Missouri.
Misery. Like
No,
you
it's
know.
not. It's not misery. I was in misery.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was a weird movie too. Let me tell you.
It's I think it's 47 degrees today. Let me see if it's updated. If I got a little, it's 48 degrees. Ooh, look at, I missed it. It's 48 degrees now.
That's quite pleasant. I'm assuming that's what, about
It's
10 Celsius or
it's
something.
been a little the wind's cold because we had so much snow and water on the ground, so the wind blows. It's cold and wet. Yeah, it's the show me state. You can't tell me. You got to show me.
Yeah. So, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pick on you.
You can't. You can pick. I mean, I don't care.
I'm not going.
Somebody else will come to my defense.
I'm not going anywhere, Belt Loop. Did I miss something in the conversation later, Peterson? Oh, he might be. Okay, we are looking for it.
Peterson says, "Love the lies, love the lies on your way to work." Josie, Belt Loop, and Devil Dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
when I go live
He
on,
loves the lies while he's going to work.
Yeah.
I get it now.
he gets up early too. I go live at 8 p.m. my time, and on a Tuesday night, and he comes in and says, "Hey, good morning. I'm heading off to work," and then he talks to us, and then he says, "I'm at work. I'll see you guys later."
I must be still in bed at that point.
It'd be
Why?
early.
You're still, but I know I am because I don't get up till 8 o'clock because I'm retired. So
So I have to be at work at 8 o'clock is my set time that I don't have to be there. I don't have a set schedule like most people do, but I tell people I'm going to be there about 8 o'clock because that's when all the safety meetings and all that junk starts. But it seems like it never fails. Whenever I get there at 8 o'clock, I'm there until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
that's you're one of the ones that big job.
Well, yeah, but I don't have to. So I work a lot more hours, right? But I don't have to do as much physical labor. And with my gout the way it is, it's actually been pretty nice. Like
I would think you being there as long as you are, though, that gout would get irritated because of it.
Well, I'm moving around. I don't just sit at my desk. I mean, I'm out wiring. Like yesterday, I was wiring an electrical panel up, so I'm moving around. That's just not the fit, like putting in 200 horsepower motors and lifting up 150-pound drives and hanging them on the wall. I don't do that. I go get somebody to do that part now.
Yeah. Look at Phil. He says 3 a.m. That's early. Yeah, I used to do that years ago.
Yeah, well, I used to go work at 5 o'clock in the evening and work till 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's interesting. The people that get up early, they say your brain resets naturally at midnight and that you're supposed to be asleep by midnight. Did you know that? There's a bunch of studies on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know about midnight. I start getting tired.
I just know
you make it to bed by 1 or 2 o'clock.
yeah, you got to get to bed before the sun comes up. Otherwise, that does your head in. You know, when you work late nights and it's 5 a.m. and the sun's just about to arrive. And if you don't hit
What are you talking about? I did not go to sleep until 10 o'clock this morning, and I got up at 2. So what the heck are you talking about going to sleep before midnight?
Yeah, they say your brain resets at midnight.
Yeah, whatever. Your brain don't ever reset.
Probably
believe
not.
every-
Off, so I don't know about resetting.
You believe everything you read?
Depends where it comes from. Do you
That's
believe
right.
everything you read?
I don't read.
I know. That's why I asked you that.
He believes everything he writes.
He
I
hears.
He doesn't believe anything Gary tells him. Not Gary's going to be coming in here.
So what is this about, Mitchell?
This is whatever he wants to make it about.
Well, yeah.
No,
This is live.
No, I'm not I'm talking about this sleep thing or whatever.
Oh
you're
no!
talking
So
about.
it was just a sleep study. It was talking. Well, it was actually referring to the top 3% of people in the world, which are the wealthy people, is what it was getting at. They go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock and they get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But there's more to the story that they kind of leave out. It's like that's when the money markets and everything like that open up, and
Yeah, exactly.
They were I know that I hadn't got there yet. I was getting there, and then everybody started ridiculing me.
Hey, Mitchell,
so-
say acidity.
No, I'm not doing it.
Hey, Mitchell, last night, my youngest daughter, who lives up in Queensland, rings me up on a video chat, crying, hysterical, and I'm thinking, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And she said, "I need to get rid of that spider out of the toilet."
Oh, it's a little one.
Yeah, but that one's a poisonous one. Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's like a what's the name of it? Like a
You read it. You're telling the story.
no, that's a toilet. They're talking about the spider.
Yeah,
Eddie, keep up.
I know what you're talking about. I said you read it. This is your story.
let me photo go. There it
What
is.
was it? A brown recluse?
No. Basically, it's a huntsman.
That's a what?
They're called huntsmen.
Just
Huntsman.
flush it.
Yeah.
That's what happened to it. Yeah, but yeah, she was happily sitting on the toilet having a whiz, and stood up and went, "Oh my God!" Started screaming hysterical, and first thing she does is ring her dad. He's about 3,000 miles away, and says, "What do I do? What do I do?" I said, "Well, have you flushed it?" And then she's closed the lid so it wouldn't jump out. But
So how poisonous are they?
not real poisonous. They'd bite you, but that normally you'd put, if they were in my house, you put your broom there. They climb on the broom. You walk the broom outside, and they'll climb off and do their thing.
Everything in Australia wants to kill you.
Excuse
Well-
me, darling. I have a message.
Well, there is a few.
Is
Jerry.
that Jerry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me, darling. There's a message.
I told everybody the reason I had that is because when I was driving trucks, I couldn't hear the beeping or anything else. I could hear that.
You could hear a
Salamander?
woman's voice saying, "Excuse me, darling."
Yep. I don't get called that very often, so that's why I hear it.
Is it a
And she calls me
salamander?
back. Yeah, like a gecko. They
Yeah.
climb up and eat all the bugs and flies and spiders, and yeah, that's inside her house as well. But she says, "I like him." But anyway, Queensland, hey, you wouldn't want to. Like up there today, it's 36 or 38 Celsius, which is getting up towards the high numbers there for you. It's one of the hot days, and like down here it's 21 or something Celsius. So yeah. So why do you live up there? I do not know.
It's kind of cool here today.
It's kind of cool here today too.
It
Hey,
was
Gary.
the girls went to that
Good to see
show
you,
and it was 31 degrees when they were at the show. Fahrenheit. So is that 0 Celsius?
Yes, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius.
Okay.
So you
Good
have
job, Mitchell.
goats. You have goats, Jerry, is what Phil is asking.
Yep. Goats and cows or cattle and chickens.
And he's going to get into pigs.
Donkeys, no. And
You
horses
said it.
and llamas. What else? I think I got it all, didn't I? What, llamas? Yeah, I think that's it.
And how many pigs
Oh,
did you say
cat.
you were getting?
No pigs. No
You said
pigs.
it earlier, Jerry.
No.
You said
pigs.
you want to be a pig farmer.
No. I said Susan wanted to get a pig, and I said no because they destroy things.
Well,
So-
I'll
Don't-
just barter the pig.
don't other livestock destroy things? Don't like goats eat just about anything?
No, they don't.
No,
Like,
that's
goats
kids.
will eat your weeds,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have the right fencing, they don't get anything. You
Well,
know,
I will
cows respect hot wire like you wouldn't believe. And I have a story about hot wire here. Everyone wants to hear about the hot wire thing, but the llamas, they respect the fence, and horses respect hot wire. So I mean, but
What do you do
pigs,
with
pigs root up
do
the
with-
ground and tear up. I mean, they just tear everything up. They just take a nice piece of grass and make it look like a bomb-rated field. They'll tear all the grass out and looking for everything they can, and they just make you almost don't need any plows when you have pigs.
So what do you do with llamas? Are they
The llamas are guard animals.
guard animals?
They they're out there with the goats and stuff, and they'll chase. If one of my dogs get in there, they'll chase the dog and try to stomp on them.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, they're actually very. I don't want to say mean, but they can be very vicious if they want to be. Aggressive. That's what my wife just yelled. They can be very aggressive. I'll show you a picture of how aggressive they can be. If I can find it.
I'm not eating nothing, Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Gary's going up market with his decor.
What?
So either you have a background turned on, Gary, or you have went to a nice hotel.
And they got a new interior decorator.
Oh, this is shit. Hey, they had me come in so that I could make my famous shells and cheese and serve it at this 4-star restaurant.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
when
is that
your
a
hand went
4-star
through
restaurant?
it, when his hand went through it kind of took away from it. Lazy days ahead in our treasure home. Somebody, I didn't see what that said. It said too fast.
Okay, I will see if you guys see this picture or not. Can't really see there. You see the face.
Hang on a
Turn your-
second.
Turn your brightness down, Jerry, on the
How
phone.
do I do that?
You should be able to pull down on it, and then at the bottom or something, it'll say brightness. I mean, if you don't go into options, it should be something easy. You got an Android or iPhone?
Android.
Okay.
Put your finger at the very top. Slide it down.
I did. I got this.
We
At
can't
the
see
bottom
it,
of
Jack.
that, at the top of that, the long bar.
Oh,
Slide it
okay.
over. About halfway.
Yeah, at the very bottom.
There you
At the
go.
top.
I got it.
Yep.
With the picture now. There, how's that better? So I gotta go down lower.
No,
Yep.
that's good.
What are we
It
looking
beat
at?
it beat you up pretty good there.
Yeah, it knocked me down. Let me get the expert. There's a picture of my eye afterwards.
Oh, it knocked you out?
Knocked me. Oh, you can't tell here.
What'd you do?
Well, I'll tell you. There's my eye. See it?
Yeah.
All right. What
Yeah,
happened
dog.
was it was my male llama, and I was out there keeping them, pushing them away. Hold on. Actually, I was holding on to them to keep them. They were opening up the gate to bring hay in. He wanted to always go out the damn gate. So I'm holding my arm around and holding him, and I can hold him with no problem. He was born and raised in a house, so he should be really tame. And I was petting him and stuff and messing around with him, and he was pushing on me, and I was pushing on him. And I know better you don't turn your back on a llama. Well, they closed the gate. I let him go, and I turned my back to walk away. And instead of me pushing him away and making him back up, so he raised up with his back feet and put his back feet on my back and pushed. And I started running across the field, and he was running with me, and I couldn't get my feet underneath my body, and I face planted in the ground.
Ouch.
Take me
Scene
off
from
this
Rocky.
video.
So he won, huh?
Yeah, he won that round, but then my wife was right
So
behind
you-
him with a
Wait,
board. My
Come on.
son was here.
wait, do you sing the song "I Fought the Llama and the Llama Won"?
Hey, you can put that to music and send that to me. Which,
Make a good video.
hey, I tell you what though, I hurt because I didn't break my fall. My face broke my fall on the ground. My arms are back trying to push him away, and that when I fell, my hands were behind me, and I smacked. That's why I scratched this side of the face. But I fell like that, pushing him away from me. He was like 350 pounds.
If you would have just gave him a kiss, he would have turned around and walked off.
Well, I was messing with him. The thing was, I was messing with him and playing with him, and then I turned my back on him so that he just, that's why
he was just playing.
Yeah, he was playing. But I
had
said they could play rough. If you've ever seen
I
them
had
chase
a-
a dog, it's interesting. They stomp the ground with their front feet as they're coming at the dog.
You acted like he was being all malicious and stuff. I don't think he
I
was being.
just said they can be vicious, they can be aggressive, and they can't be
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah.
I
Right.
had a I had
That's
a
why I
Borg
have them though. I have them because I don't want to put dogs out there because everybody has Great Pyrenees dogs, whatever, guard dogs. Well, you have to go out and feed the dog separate food.
Yeah.
Llama and goats eat the same stuff, so I can just leave them out there. And if I don't go out there for that day, I know they're still safe because I don't have to go out there and feed them. Where if you have a dog, you have to go back out and feed them.
What are they normally bred for? Like, what are
What?
they usually?
They're
Goats?
wolves,
Pack animals.
and they're
Goats or
you know?
wolves.
llamas?
llamas?
They're pack animals. You can use them for their wool. They're smarter than alpacas. Alpacas are
It doesn't take a whole lot to be smarter than an alpaca.
well. That's it. The alpacas are not that smart. They're the dumb ones in the group.
I mean,
they're
Eddie,
part of the
Eddie
camel
can't beat 'em.
family. They're part of what they call the camelet. They're part of the camel family.
Which ones are the spitters?
Llamas are. The llamas will spit on you. Alpacas will spit also, but llamas will spit, and they usually don't spit on you. They spit near you, and what you do, and they usually spit into the wind, so you get the breeze of it. And the breeze is what will knock you out. It's terrible. It's strong.
Oh wow!
It's not the stuff that comes out. It's the air that comes out. The smell is what makes you go like, "Oh my lord!"
Yeah, right.
I had a billy goat one time. It was a big boar goat. We call him Moscow. There's a story behind that too. But so we built this new hut inside of the goat pen. Me, Landon, Ava, and Emma, because Nina was at work. We're getting this hut frame carried in there, and Ava is in between me and this goat, and we just let all of the nannies in with him. And I was like, Ava, why don't you come over here on get in between me and this goat? And she's like, okay. And the next thing you know, I am laying on my back, hands on the horn of this big billy goat, my legs wrapped around his neck, and he is just beating the living piss out of me. And Landon walks up to me. I've got a hold of him. He ain't moving. Landon walks up to me. He's like, looks down at me. He's, hey, Dad, do you need a hand? Yes, I need a hand. And I got a couple scars from it, like one right up here, one on my back, one on my side, one on my knee. Like he beat the fire out of me, and the kids after we were done, because he tore me up pretty good. I was telling my wife about it, and she's like, did you record it? I was like, no, I didn't record it, but I wish I would have.
Yeah. That was before I actually had a YouTube channel. I told my wife, man, if I had that on a YouTube channel, I would have had 1,000 subscribers instantly.
We had the channel, but so we were setting it up for a video. I was doing like one of the snap deals, like showing it here, and then you snap, and then it was just the frame was gonna be in the goat pen. Yeah, that didn't work out either because
Hey, I'm gonna leave because Jesse's on, and I'm one of his moderators, so I'm gonna go on there. He's up in Oregon. He's gonna do a little giveaway today. If you're still on when they're done, I'll come back, Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, bud. Talk to you later.
I'm gonna leave and go with Jerry.
Okay.
Where's he going?
Hey, Eddie.
Jesse.
Where's he going?
Lazy ahead.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Eddie, you're a moderator, aren't you?
I was just messing with Mitchell.
Hey, Eddie, but you're a moderator, aren't you?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look. Yes, I'm a mod.
You can, if you want to pop Jesse's deal in there, that way.
I was just joking with you, dude. I was just
I was just saying that way. Like I told everybody, I'm just doing this for watch hours. Hopefully, I'm getting quite a few watch hours. I figured I'd go.
You hit 1,000. Congrats.
Yeah.
You're almost caught up to me.
So I was 300 hours. I told you before, Eddie, I was like 300 hours away from having my 1,000 or 4,000 watch hours, and then I lost some subscribers, dropped under, and then
I know
a bunch of my big videos dropped off. Now I'm 1,300 hours away. So, Eddie.
Yeah.
Do you do any do you do any like Linux or Ubuntu or anything like that?
Hold on a minute. I got to turn this other one off over here. Do I do any what?
Like Linux, like Kali Linux or like Ubuntu, any other operating system than Windows?
Nope.
Oh.
Now, I know somebody that may do it. T-Rock's Vittles and such.
Yeah.
T-Rock's Vittles and such. He may operate them.
Well, and then I bet you, what's his name? Shoot. Can't think of it. The guy that was showing you all of the...
Web.
Yeah, Web. I know he does. He did what he did. He had to know how to do Linux.
Did you see Ralph's latest video where he put the bird seed on the balcony at the back of the house, or wherever it might be the front? I'm not too sure, but and all these birds were coming in, and he had a slow motion, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't mind supporting out the smaller people like Webb's Web. He should be way up there.
Yeah, Ralph should be. He should be huge.
Yeah.
Cool. A lot of those people that are teaching like Linux and all the other operating systems, is because you know what command prompts are, right? Are getting in your command prompts? So that's how you. I mean, you can run like Linux or Ubuntu and whatnot in like a GUI, which is like your Windows-based stuff. They have it, but the people that are like huge are the ones that are teaching how to run like command prompts, because no one knows how to do it anymore. And whenever like I was a kid, a lot of this stuff was still done in like DOS or
yeah,
you know.
I remember that.
Well, if you can remember like the DAWs, like how to get into your list and everything like that, you could probably pick it up pretty easy. There's a deal called
But
Hack the Box. I've been working
what?
with Landon.
Why?
It's just fun.
Okay.
Well, so there's ethical hacking you can get paid for, and my the someone asked me to if I could hack into their network, and I was like, yeah, probably, and so I did, and I got paid for it. So I was like, hey, I might start doing this for fun, and then I'm trying to talk Landon into it. Now I don't hack it. I don't do it. I wouldn't do it maliciously. You have to have someone's permission to hack them to see where their weaknesses are and stuff like that.
All right. I got you.
Security weaknesses. And most people's security weaknesses, human error, as in putting really crappy passwords.
Yeah.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not a good password.
Oh, and you've got to check ABC 1, 2, 3, 4. That usually works pretty good.
Yeah. Or there's a bunch of them that.
Yeah.
Like in like Kali Linux, if you get on there, they have some that are already predetermined password, just that like thousands and thousands of passwords. But you can't do like brute force password encryption because then you're going to get flagged.
Right. Well,
You have to do it behind the scenes. It's fun to do. Just to be like, oh, I figured that out.
sounds like a hobby, but haven't got that much time on my hands.
Well, I have a lot of the old machines that I have at work to work on. A lot of those are still run DAWs operating system, so I kind of have a little home court advantage, if you will, because I have to know a lot of it. Because when you go in there and reprogram them, you have to go into DAWs 5000 and download each rack manually. You can't just put a thumb drive in and call it a day. You have to go move the
That's bad.
COM port over. Yeah.
So you told me once before where you work. Did you say it was wire? Some sort of.
Yeah, we a wire mill. We make weld wire and bead wire.
Yeah, right. And where does
So a lot of
where does that base come from? Like I'm assuming wire is what else?
So it comes from rod. No, you can. There's some, like one of our sister plants. They make like copper wire and aluminum wire for like electrical stuff. But we don't make that at our plant. We make bead wire. So like in your car tire, the where around your rim, that's the bead of wire there. We make that, and we make welding wire. So like for your MIGs and spray arc and flux core wire, we make all of that at our plant.
So where does the base for all that come from? Is it like locally sourced, or is it from overseas?
So our rod that we pull down to the size a lot of it comes from Canada, and it used to come from Brazil.
What?
Depending on
what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, there's some that comes from Colorado too. Vodka, however you say
okay.
it. So it just depends on the product. So there's some companies that don't like to pay the higher price for better rod, and when they don't, then we subsidize the rod for other products, right? But
Go ahead, Mitch Officer.
Some of our more expensive products come from the rod that actually comes from Canada.
What is
they
this
make
dude
really
doing?
good rod. I don't know.
And why is it cheaper from Canada?
I'm not really sure. The steel prices are cheaper than the U.S.'s. Same way with Brazil.
Somehow.
We keep selling China all the iron ore so they can build bigger and better steel things. So I
The
think
Chinese steel is not that great. It's really the tensile strength of it is really bad, and it breaks really easy. Where our rod will stretch before it breaks. So there's a couple tests like torsion test and a tensile test that it has to pass. And depending on the product you're making is where the parameters for those come into play. So I don't know a whole lot about the production side of it. I know more about the building the machines. Like, does that do it? That makes the product.
Yep.
I mean, I've learned a lot
Right. Well,
the years I've worked there, but just because you want to know things. So I'm a very inquisitive person. I want to know what exactly we're doing and why we're doing it this way. Why my bull wheel being too hot? What's the cause and effect of it? Like heat plays a huge role in tensile strength and torsion failures and things like that. So I just like to know, so I always ask questions.
well,
That's the reason why I know.
Sounds very interesting. Your position there. Sounds
Yeah,
like you're
well,
you're a bit of a problem solver.
yeah. So, Scout, technically, I am by trade. I am an electrician. I fall under that category as an electrician, but technically, now I am a electrical engineer. That's what I went to school for, was electrical engineering, and that's what I do now is electrical engineering. But I still fall under that electrician group at work.
I got some work here for you, Mitchell. You want to come over and give us a hand?
I'm a lot closer.
We're actually probably about the same distance. Actually, you might be a little closer.
What,
What's up,
for you to
Landon?
come down here as far as instead of you
Oh,
going to
no.
Australia?
I thought you were talking about us to Jonesy. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, so you were coming over. You're volunteering, Devil Dog.
No, I thought Mitchell was volunteering to come down and help me fix my tractor.
Well, I mean, I could do that too. or you could just ship it up to me.
You crazy? You know how much shipping? What the heck is Gary doing?
Hey,
I'm having
he's
fun.
just, he's
I'm
just floating
playing.
around over there.
I'm learning on my OBS.
Oh, cool. Same as my husband. Yeah. Yeah. So most of the stuff I do nowadays is programming. I do a lot of programming for like VFDs and PLCs. Do you know what a PLC is?
Yes.
Paladin.
No,
That was
it's something
Daniel
like
Webber.
programmable logic controller.
That is right, Eddie. I actually have two of them. Sitting up here because I'm planning on starting another channel, just doing teaching people how to write a program, create some programs. And what's good is I have RS Logics and Siemens controllers.
Well, you know that I have a degree in process technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know that process technology does have, PLCs and, in the plants and stuff like that controls a lot of friggin' things. valves and stuff like that. Okay.
In fact, there's a
have a
video
lot of-
out there about Eddie.
No, there's not. Say what? Wait, Mitchell.
So Phil says we have a lot of PLCs in our plant. Yeah, so that's what I do. I design
What kind of plant
programs
Phil work in? Phil, what kind
I
of
don't
plant
know.
you work in?
And I redesign old machines and put new stuff on them, and then I design one-off
Mitchell,
stuff.
you're really looking
was-
good there, Mitchell. You look
What are you
healthier.
talking about?
How's your back doing?
My back hurts. Always hurts. It's only been broke twice.
Probably broke it when you did cartwheels too, and you're not supposed to.
I have to I have to take a lot of these.
What kind is that? I wished I had some of those.
Maracas.
I would show you, but it has it has a lot of personal information on that pill.
No, just tell me what kind of painkillers it is.
This is not a painkiller. This is just naproxen.
Muscle relaxer, anti-inflammatory.
That can be a musical instrument.
I work
Yeah,
in
rock.
a Japanese automaker.
Oh,
okay.
cool, Phil.
So
Yep.
I bet. So I don't know what brand of PLC. There's tons of different brands, and they're not all created equal either. But
Yeah.
you can do one. You can probably fiddle around with the other one and figure them out.
I'll be right back.
Well, like they probably, I would assume, probably Mitsubishi PLCs. Just throwing it out there. It could be Lin. I doubt it, but probably. Go ahead, Jonesy.
No, Mitsubishi. I was just trying to work out what a Japanese car maker would be, and then you just said it. Would Toyota as well? Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying I'm just saying the PLC brands. I don't know.
Who owns Nissan?
That sounds Japanese as well.
I don't know.
Nissan. Yeah, that'd be Japanese. But anyway, they build a quite a popular sports car over here that's doing the rounds. The old Nissan, I couldn't even tell you what it is, but they fly around the state. Got some turbo in them.
So there's where's Hyundai from?
Korea.
Is it?
Yeah. They're Korean. Hyundai. We call it Hyundai. Konnichiwa. Hyundai. Hyundai. Anyway, yeah, they're popular over here at the moment too, Korean cars.
I can see Gary's fingers working over there. He's bound and determined to figure it out.
Oh, which one? I looked up Nissan. It's from Japan. I guess I could look up Hyundai.
Well, we just learned that one. Jonesy told us. Korea.
Well, it should be Korean.
Honda's
that'd be
Chinese. Honda's Chinese.
According to this, Honda Motor Company is a Japanese public multinational conglomerate manufacturer of automobiles, motorcycles, and power equipment.
Okay. I mean, I'll buy it.
The Chinese, I think they only have have you got the Great Wall cars over there? Have you got where they buy second generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Great Wall car. They buy second generation stuff from the automakers that like Mitsubishi and Nissan and everybody else stops using, and they build cars with the second generation stuff, and they come out a lot cheaper. So that's why they're popular. But do they last? I'm not too sure. Hey, Mitchell, I might drop down now, mate. I'm going to sort of get ready for my computer. I got to do a few little changes for the live I'm going to be doing. So
All right. Thanks for coming up, Jonesy. Appreciate it.
anytime, buddy. I'll try to help you with your hours as well.
All right. Thank you.
Where you going, Jonesy? Don't leave us, Jonesy. Oh, you gotta leave us. You got a show in 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's got a live.
I know he does.
I know. I was just
Yep.
reiterating.
Bye, Jonesy.
We have.
What the hell? What are you doing, dude? Just keep it like that. I don't care.
I didn't switch it.
Well,
Yeah, you did.
So
Unless-
no, well, it was from whenever I was taking it off of. So Phil said that they have Toyota, Subaru, and Honda in their state. So you have one guess or three guesses.
What the heck?
3 chances to guess. So,
Hold on.
so it's either Toyota, Subaru, or Honda.
Oh, let's see.
He was
And
he just did a video or a short or something. I don't remember exactly of being over in.
Hendrickson Family Farm. Could make a little Could make a little jingle out of that.
Yeah. So Landon is getting his permit hopefully next week.
Cool. You worried?
He's been no, he's a pretty good driver. He just backed into a fence last night though.
Playlist. Yeah, let's do the last chance cook-off playlist. That's the biggest one you got. What the heck? Mitchell, why don't you make you a master playlist with everything you have on there?
I don't know.
I can't play the last chance cook-off. It's not going to give you credit for it. It'll just give you credit for your freaking stuff. Dude,
Hey,
Well,
really?
hang on. Well,
Gary, tell him.
hang on. I'm
I
going to my
think-
channel right now.
It's real easy to create.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hendrickson Family Farm. Hey guys, welcome back to Hendrickson.
We got all the parts in, I believe. I think I have everything working out. We're going to start on the pump today.
Oh, that's loud, Eddie.
Hopefully we can get it
Well,
all.
hold on. I'm working on it.
Go to your studio, then go to contents, then click on the box top left, and then just go over and click add to, and you may have.
Okay, there.
You may
I
have-
turned it down.
and just do a page at a time.
Okay.
Ah, golly.
Quicker that way.
What did you say to go?
Go to studio, then go to
Yeah.
content. At the contents, you'll see little boxes out to the left-hand side. Look at the very top of them. There's one that'll click all of them. All right. Once you click on that, well, there should be an option or add to playlist, and click on that. And it's also a spot where you can create a playlist at the bottom of that menu. And you just create master playlist or mega list. I saw somebody do it that way. All right. And by the way, when you do, I guess before you click on that, you may want to add, rather than 30 videos, make it 50 or 10, rather than whatever number it's on. Put it on the max number of things so you take the fewest amount of times to go through it. And then you just click on add to playlist, and it'll add everyone that's clicked on it to a playlist. That's the fastest way to do it. Otherwise, you find yourself going through each video and clicking save or whatever and add to this playlist. And that's just a pain in the rear end. Do you see it, Mitchell?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will still keep them in their other playlist too.
Yeah, sure it will. It doesn't change any of them that's existing. All it does is, add them to that particular playlist. As far as I can tell.
That was a little raunchy.
Well, it wasn't me.
That was Gracie snorting.
Sure.
Yeah, sure it was. Tammy recently was blaming the dog too. Of course, she might have been telling the truth.
All right, I think they're all in there now.
Well, I already got you playing. Your other list playing right now.
Well, I'm going to go to my channel and see if they're all in there. Beloop, it sounds like your backdrop. It looks.
What about my backdrop? It don't make any noise.
No, I don't. I didn't say. I said the wrong thing. I was reading and I got a little excited there and I started reading. Anyone leave a comment in my video with the name? Oh, you see that right there?
Okay. Well, now I got to do some research.
Well, he had a video where he was in Japan just recently because I watched it. I didn't leave a comment because I was at work.
Who was in Japan?
Phil.
What part of Japan?
I don't know.
It had to be mainland Japan. It had to have been mainland Japan because Okinawa's not big. It's one of the little islands.
Yeah, the master playlist is on there now.
Yeah, most of the videos that I've seen with Phil is like his Kubota and on the farm stuff. Like I remember when he first got chickens way back and built the little coop and stuff, and his hunting stuff. And I mean, I don't get to watch as many videos as I want to, but I haven't even did my own freaking mail calls and stuff. I'm like 13 behind on my mail calls because I keep coming to freaking people's lives like this, Mitchell. Mitchell, I gotta go.
Well,
I gotta go. What?
You know what? I never noticed until I just was looking for this video of Phil's. He looks just like my Uncle Ernie.
Why are you talking bad about Phil, man? Don't be talking bad about
I'm not.
Phil.
That's a good thing.
Oh, I hate those ground hornets nests.
Where? Maybe it was a short.
Oh, Phil, I just watched Surprise Visit from a Baby Fawn the other day or something. I mean, that's a short, granted, but still. I've watched several of your videos, Phil. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't watch all of them because I ain't got time. Now I'm going back.
Yes, see, it was a short that he did. Pork noodles in Japan.
Yeah, what kind? Where in Japan?
Korean barbecue in Japan. I swear, I knew I just seen them.
Okay, hold on.
They're shorts.
There's Korean barbecue in Japan as well.
That's what I just said that literally. And then
you said pork noodles. He said pork noodles.
And Korean barbecue in Japan. And I didn't say the third one. Japanese cuisine. Name this food.
Oh man, I love yakisobe though. Oh my gosh, I hate that.
Okay, you got real quiet in here.
That's funny, Phil. Well, Phil's got us watching his videos now.
Well, I guess since Jonesy's going live and there's a bunch of other people live, I guess Eddie, you want to put Jonesy's deal up and we'll go raid Jonesy?
Oh my gosh, what do you make me work for? I'm watching Phil's videos.
That's okay. I got it.
Oh, Gary got it right there.
Oh, PT for Gary.
So if you guys want to go over to Jonesy, tell Jonesy that we sent you over there. You do a little raid, little time travel is what we're gonna call it. We're coming from the past to the future to Jonesy because it's Sunday over there. Sunday morning. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I gotta cook dinner and stuff too, and there's only 4 people left in here. So, and we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, I appreciate everybody coming in. Go check out Radio Jonesy. The link is in the comments, and we'll catch you guys over there.